You wake up, you're motivated, you tell yourself today's the day. And yet, weeks later, you're in the exact same place. If that sounds familiar, it's probably not because you're lazy. It's because of a few small habits quietly working against you every single day. Let's break down 5 of them and how to fix each one. Progress rarely fails because of one big mistake. It fails because of small, repeated patterns that feel harmless in the moment, but quietly drain your momentum over time. The tricky part is that most of these habits don't feel like bad habits. They often feel productive or even responsible. Let's go through the 5 most common ones and what to do instead. The first habit, relying on motivation to get started, instead of building a system that works even when motivation is gone. Motivation feels great, but it's inconsistent by nature. It comes and goes based on mood, sleep, stress. If your entire plan depends on feeling like it, you'll only show up on your best days, which usually isn't often enough to build anything meaningful. The fix. Build a small, boring, repeatable routine you can do even on your worst day. 5 minutes of writing, 1 page of reading, 1 short walk. Systems don't need motivation. They just need to be small enough that skipping them feels harder than doing them. Second habit, trying to improve 5 areas of your life at once. Fitness, finances, relationships, career, mindset, all starting on the same Monday. It feels ambitious, but in practice, your attention and willpower are limited resources. Splitting them across too many goals means none of them get enough energy to actually stick. The fix. Pick one priority goal at a time. Not because the others don't matter, but because focused effort on one thing beats scattered effort across 5. Third habit, judging your progress purely by results. The number on the scale, the size of your bank account, the follower count, instead of tracking the actions that lead there. Outcomes are slow and often invisible day to day. If your only measure of success is the final result, you'll feel like you're failing for weeks, even when you're doing everything right. And that feeling is often what makes people quit, right before things would have paid off. The fix. Track the process, not just the outcome. Did you show up today? Did you do the work? That's the number that actually predicts long-term success. Fourth habit, believing rest is something you only deserve after you've done enough, which usually means you never actually rest, because there's always more you could be doing. This leads to burnout, not because people work too hard occasionally, but because they never allow real recovery, so their energy and focus slowly erode over time. The fix. Treat rest as part of the process, not a reward for finishing it. Scheduled recovery isn't laziness. It's what allows consistency to continue long-term. Fifth and final habit, measuring your progress against other people's curated, filtered version of success, usually on social media, instead of your own starting point. This comparison is almost always unfair because you're comparing your full, messy process to someone else's polished result. It quietly convinces you that you're behind, even when you're moving at a completely normal pace. The fix. The only comparison that actually matters is you versus who you were last month. That's the only version of progress that's real. These 5 habits, chasing motivation instead of systems, multitasking your goals, measuring only outcomes, treating rest as optional, and comparing yourself to other people's highlight reel, all share one thing in common. They make progress feel harder than it needs to be. The good news is none of these require a complete life overhaul to fix. Just picking one of these 5 and adjusting it this week is enough to start shifting the pattern. Let me know in the comments which one of these hit closest to home for you. And if you want more videos like this, subscribe. There's a lot more to unpack,